Just some last minute tidbits about hiring and firing. And I can sit here, I'm not trying to look down on anybody because I've made some tremendous mistakes in this arena. Hopefully you can take some of what I've learned and employ it. Some of you may even know more about hiring than I do. Some essential parts of it is take your time. I compare this to, in early on when we said, there's different ways rather than use debt. Maybe you can use you can go out and get rent vehicles. You can buy used and I do get a little bit of pushback on that, and I understand it. I mean, sometimes you do have to buy new. It better make you some money if you're in business and you have to buy new. But the other part of that is that in order to get a good deal on something that's going to last and not have to have an extreme amount of maintenance as far as a used piece of equipment, you're going to have some time to go out there and research it, find the right vehicle, find the right deal, be able to say no and move on. So that's just an essential ingredient to this whole thing. It's no different other than you're dealing with people, which are the main ingredient of any business. And even if you're in ag and you have very very few employees, and maybe you basically said, hey, listen, it's just, you've almost put your hands up. You've said, I hear this all the time, is there just isn't anybody that wants to work. Well, there actually is. And it just takes time to find them. Find the right person, find the right fit, and that sort of thing. Generally, we just basically get a warm body and stick them into a role. And we don't do the second thing that I was talking about, besides taking the time and putting them through that process. Maybe it's 9 steps, as Dave talks about in his book. Maybe it's only 6 if we only have a few people involved, or just one of us that's actually doing the hiring. Our spouses are essential in that whole process, or another person if you don't have that one, to take them out to dinner and see how they react around other people. You will learn so much more. But we've got to spend some time on the front end. And I mean, that's when you absolutely have to take the time to spend with them, to train them right, train them the way you want them to act, and the different functions that you want them to actually handle within your business. That's just essential. Or else you're just going around and looking over your shoulder. You're not getting anything done. I know that some of you have felt that way. I felt that way. It is the absolute greatest feeling to be able to go, I'm going to be gone for the next month. But I know my employees, they might not do everything exactly like I would, but when I come back, it's going to be okay. And unfortunately, and it's because of some of these things that we've learned. I'm slowing down on the hiring process, vetting them well, researching them. I mean, digging deeper than the references by all means, taking them through that process, training them, and then love on them. Be generous to them. Let them do some things. Once they've proven themselves and they have good qualities and character and all that kind of stuff, you can offer things to them. I mean, most of these people are just like you and me. They've got a dream too. And once they've proven themselves, let them run a few cows. Let them run some sheep. Let them do the extra stuff. Give them Sundays off. Those kinds of things. Just love on them as much as you can. There'll be a few people that take advantage of you. There always is. But for the most part, they'll just work their loving hearts out for you too. That's been my experience. Again, there's always that exception. But and we don't talk about the many, many people that go through your outfit or my outfit that they just do their job and they do it well, and they're proud of it. And the way you assemble a team that's like that is not to make that the exception, is that they're all that kind of a person. So good luck with that. I'm always open to discussing any of these techniques or anything like that, or any of my failures within the ranks of hiring and firing, as well as anything that has to do with management or economics or business. I just love it, and I want you to. This is one place that I actually think that God gives us such an opportunity that to fulfill, His time out here on this planet, and we're to do those kinds of things, and the joy that comes out of a great hire and assembling a great team is worth more than you can even think about. The peace of mind and knowing that things are going to get done. And one last thing, and this is getting longer than I expected it to be, but once you've assembled a team like that and allow them some latitude, you're going to learn a better way to manage too, because they're going to show you some skills that you didn't have before. They know that the group of people that you put together, the exceptional people, are going to know, they have to know more than you do in certain aspects. And so you're going to grow from it. And anyway, I wish you all the best. Hire some good people. They are out there. I know, the unemployment rate right now is way down. There's not a lot of people that are hunting jobs. The last thing, okay, I already said this, but is always be on the hunt for good people. And sometimes you have to hire them or commit to them early on if you find that person. If it's too good to believe, it probably is, all right? But don't allow them not to go through your process, which is there's time involved. The good people will appreciate the fact that you actually did some digging. So, but always be on the hunt. Always be on the hire when you're in business. And you'll find that actually it becomes almost like a game. And you'll find some just exceptional people that'll just work their hearts out for you. Okay? Good luck. All right? I sure have enjoyed this class. So, again, I wish you luck. More than luck, you employ some of these tactics, and I know you do well.